Well, good morning my friends, my wonderful friends of YouTube world. And it's quite early in the morning, well not that early actually, it's gone 7 o'clock now. It's very damp. It's a Monday morning. And Monday mornings equate to Avalon being at work and my coming to the woods just to eat breakfast al fresco. It's a lovely morning, slightly misty but very damp. Well, this is the first bleep find of the day. In fact, I might even cook it up in a bit for breakfast. See how it goes. It's a nice specimen actually. Well, there's breakfast. Eggs, bacon and Ceps. Those I picked yesterday, and today I'm using my Trangia storm cooker stove. I've had this for about 30 years. The kettle has seen better days. It's really well used, but I tend to use this over an open fire as well. It's served me well in that time, and I recently bought a Trangia triangle, which acts as a lightweight alternative to this, and another Trangia burner, so I can have two burners on the go if I need to, but I might not bother today. Good stove and wonderful kit, and of course the fuel bottle. While I'm waiting for my water to boil, I'm going to mention this. It was made by Crazy Saint. He makes these small neck knives in a kydex sheath, and it's a rather nice little knife. Basically it's the point of a bushcrafting knife, I would say. It's a handy little neck knife. I received it the other day and I'm going to start using it. It's going to be an ongoing review over the next few weeks, because obviously I can't do everything in one day as regards the knife. I'm going to really try and put it through its paces. Small jobs. I'm going to use it in a minute for cutting my Ceps up with. It comes with this handy little kydex sheath. I've never come across a sheath. Well, I've heard of kydex, but I've never actually had it used as a sheath. And the neck piece is a square knot sinnet made out of paracord, and I made that myself. It's just so it hangs, and you haven't just got a thin bit of cord, you've got something quite chunky. Fits in the hand well. I used it yesterday on my fire flash. Works extremely well. Well done Adam on that. In fact, I would be tempted to call this model the Saint. For the price it's very good. I've got custom scales made out of hawthorn, and well, I'm going to see what it's like at cutting my Ceps up. I'll be back in a bit. Kettle will be coming up to the boil in a second or two, and I'm going to get breakfast on the go, and I shall see you down the line somewhere. Listen to that sizzle. Look at those lovely Ceps cooking away. Tasty. Chuck the bacon in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for a while, as I said before, so I want to enjoy these in peace and quiet, and admiring the view around here. So I shall give you a quick pan around. There we go. It's a grey day today, very autumnal, slightly misty. Right, there's the second brew of the day, and I'm just going to lift it up, and there you go. a fully loaded trangia burner is enough to cook you 1 meal of breakfast, which consisted of ceps, 2 eggs and bacon, and a cup of cocoa and a cup of tea. So there you go, quite economical and a lot less bother than trying to get damp wood. There'll be a bit in a minute on my views on campfires and what have you. So, due to my pressing the wrong button, you didn't see me carve this, but this is a very rudimentary Weldon stick, and it works quite well. Come back a bit, it's just hanging off my finger. I did this with the small neck knife. I actually did some feather sticks, but unfortunately I didn't push the start button again. But it just shows you the beauty of this knife. When I actually cut this notch here, I actually cut halfway down with a saw. I've always done that, then I carved the rest out with a knife. Works well, Adam. So see if I can get some more feathers off of this. Well, it works quite well. I really am pleased with this, Adam. Good job. I really am very, very pleased with the knife. And I'll be wanting the larger, more bushcrafty knife later on. In a minute I'll be packing my gear up and I'll be making my way. So there you go. A few wood shavings and a nice piece of kit. Be back in a minute. There we go, we're back on the trail again. This place is full of Japanese knotweed, a pernicious, nasty little weed. In fact, it's quite at home in Japan, where it's got a natural predator, so it's kept back at bay. Here it was introduced as an ornamental, and God, it's made a mess of things. It's actually, you know, you're bound by law to let someone know if there's growing nearby and you own a house. But other than that, it's just a pernicious bloody weed. You can eat it, but God, don't think there's enough mills in the world. But that's us. Oh, look what we got here. Young fly Garrick. There we go. So now let's have a think. I had a little rant yesterday about the use of people birch barking, you know, ring barking birches. There's no need for it. In fact, I don't think there's much of a need to use birch bark when you're lighting your fires. We have enough other materials around. But that's just my opinion. You know, when talking to Ray Mears a few months back, when I was on the campcraft course, he never uses birch bark unless it's in the middle of winter. There are other methods. You can make feather sticks, there's enough dry tinder about, and I'll be having another pop about this at another point. You know, there are some things that I think that are very misguided within bushcraft, you know. I see evidence now of birches with bits of bark missing all over the place. Anyway, rant over, and it's nice round here, isn't it? Look. In the distance I can hear the traffic going up the A21, a reminder that I am still in the 21st century, I haven't slipped back in time, and I shall be back in a minute, hopefully maybe with some more fungi. Well, there we go, another fly Garrick, and another one, and another one. And there's even another one. Yeah. And some nice ones there, some nice specimens. If I pull the look at that, beautiful, isn't it? Such a wonderful looking fungi. It's a pity it's not edible. It'll brighten up any plate.